We are always here and always around, allowing each of you to truly understand where you are going, and how to get there. And you think, well, I already know that. But truly have an understanding of how you can tap in to each and every part of you, each and every place of you, allowing for you to have the abilities and the knowledge to come in and out of this realm and other realms to allow you to continue to grow and flourish. Whereas the earth is moving from 3 to 4D, you are noticing that things are opening up, that there is the ability to acknowledge what else is there, that there is more information being given. And with that, you have to understand as well that as this information flows, it allows for even more things to come through. And it allows for that interdimensional adjustment and travel that hasn't been seen in the past. And you think, well, how do I move? We are here on earth. There is no other ability. But there is the ability and the knowledge that you are able to adjust your consciousness between the different dimensions. So in truth, physicality will not be able to move, but the conscious dimensional shift will be there. And you will notice as you connect in with it, when you are able to shift between the different dimensions that you are in. For example, the mundane things of earth are very third dimensional. The concept of money you have, the concept of shelter you have. Those are all three-dimensional things. They're also where you are thinking within that third dimension. When you think in the fourth dimension, you are thinking of oneness. You are thinking of openness. You are thinking of love. And you still see the duality that is there. Where earth is very duality driven. You cannot have good without the bad. You cannot have white without black. You cannot have those differences. And then there's the fifth dimension. And everyone lives within that third and fourth, whether consciously or unconsciously. But you get to the fifth, and that is the knowing area. That is where you truly tap in to connect, to know all. And you say, well, how do I live in that? By opening up your mind, by allowing yourself to recenter, and allowing yourself to let go of what is not important to the soul. It is not important to the soul the things you hold. It is not important to the soul the people that you see. It is not important what you do. What is important is the connection and the knowingness that no matter whom you see, whether it be friend, family, neighbor, stranger, they are of you and you are of them. Whether it be the reconnection of the soul to another soul is all within that fifth dimension and comes within the conscious mindset. And as it is shifting to and from the mindsets, that is how you know you are there. And you think, well, how can I shift and how can I move this? How do I know where I am? There's too much on earth. I have to think about the things I have. I have to think about the money I need to make. When you are within the fifth dimension, all happens and all is there for you. And that is how you raise the vibration of the planet as well. It is a shifting of the mind. And if each one of you start to begin to shift up into the fifth at times and maintain that fifth dimensional mindset, that assists the rest of the planet in doing the same. Or when you walk near someone who is taller, who has confidence, who has strength, who you see their energy and go, wow, they know who they are and a beautiful person they are. That is what it is when you walk within the mindset of the fifth dimension. It is allowing for that shift and that reconnectivity of the all-encompassed knowing that is out there, allowing for so much to come and so much to be. And it allows you to have confidence, the knowledge, and the ability to continue to evolve. Has this made sense thus far?
Yes.
Okay. So as you are understanding this, and as you are looking, you go, well, how do I do it? How do I maintain that fifth dimensional mindset? And it is truly by having an understanding that the universe will take care in how you look at things, how you believe in things. There is a concept everyone understands of the concept of manifestation and attraction. And through those concepts, you know and understand that you bring to you what you put out. That is something very simplified that everyone can grasp. But when you take it to the next realm, out of the 3D mindset, and you look at that from the 4D mindset, you say, what I give out, I give back, but I only give out love, gratitude, peace, happiness. I don't think about the 3D item I look for. I'm not out there looking for the relationship with another person to receive the love, the peace, and the joy. I just send out love, peace, and joy. And all of that comes back, whether it be with another person, whether it be through an animal or a plant or a place or nature. But that still fulfills you. So the 3D mindset is all about what you need. The 4D is about the energy I put out is the energy I get back, which all of you are at. But when you look at it from the 5th D, in the 5th dimension, it is not about what I put out and what I get back. It is about I am that energy. I am within that space. And when you are that energy and you are that space of knowing and understanding, you already have. You no longer need or want. It is what you have, and it is where you are. And that is the shifting that needs to happen. And we speak about this today, which is more advanced than we have in the past, because we know each and every one of you are able to understand this concept to a point, and understand it in a way that you can shift within that time frame to get up to that level and back down again. And you say, well, if I think within the all-knowing, and I think within that dimension, how do I know I'm there? What happens if I fall down? Well, if you fall down, you just go back up. You just keep reshifting the mindset. You ask for help. You know you're there when you find that finally peace and tranquility that's needed. When you allow all to be, and you allow yourself to truly embrace what it is. That is how you know. And remember to ask. Ask us, your guides, everyone of the 5th dimension, to assist you in getting there. That is what we want. For each being to allow themselves to increase, to be where they need to be, to go where they need to go. For that is what you will come to find will be very important as you are shifting and adjusting and recreating what is there. That is when you truly know. So what questions do you have on this topic before we connect it to our next topic?
Is there duality in the 5th dimension?
No.
It doesn't exist anymore.
There is no need for duality in the 5th dimension. For what is right is also wrong. What is white is what is black. It's all the same. It is all one. And the earthly plane creates the duality. So we don't want to say that duality is something that always leaves. But when the mindset of the 5th dimension, the duality isn't there. It is not needed. You can say, well, you did this, you should have done that. But does it matter? No, it does not. Because you're working even above the consciousness of the fourth dimension, of the love and the peace and the oneness. You're working within the all-knowing space. So you don't have that duality as much. Now, even when you are within the fifth dimension, you will always have some part of duality as the human life. But it won't mean as much. You don't see things from that mindset and that standpoint. But the elements are the duality that you will feel. And you will still, even though you're all-knowing, you will still tap into the different elements that are important. You will still tap into the water energy, or to the fire, or air, or earth. Knowing that they're opposite will assist you in certain ways. So it is not duality, it is oneness. But each of them still have their strengths and still give what you need. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions you have on this topic so far? Okay, good. So with that, know and understand that when you have this mindset and this shift, it is now about how you adjust, and it is how you realign yourself to be able to live in this different dimension. It is how each of you are feeling the downloads. It is how each of you are feeling that reconnection. It is how you are finding new ways of doing things, thoughts towards something else, looking for the newness that comes. Each of those things allow for something more to happen and allow for more to be. And that is how you need to align to make sure your body is within that vibrational development and your mind. So your soul is there, your mind will be there, and now it's getting your body there. And you say, but it is a third dimensional body. It is of earth. And that's true. It is. Earth is very 3D. But it doesn't mean it can't elevate. It doesn't mean it can't adjust between the vibrational places. And it doesn't mean that it can't be within that space and have an understanding that that vibration of 3D sometimes is necessary. When you are sick, you need the earth to replenish and heal the body. You go down within that earthly energy to get what you need. You eat the foods of vitamins and minerals and the things that the body wants. Because the earth is healing and re-energizing the body. The same way when you are in that fifth dimensional space, there is no illness, there is no sickness. Because you are all knowing what is needed. And it's shifting the body to understand that's where there is. And so you look and see what the downloads can be. What are you being provided that you are looking at that is allowing you to elevate yourself to the next level? That is allowing you to have a better understanding of where you are, what realm you are at, and where it is you want to go. And be open to the downloads and the energy that are provided. So much has been given within these past few months, but many are not allowing it to flow through, or having it cause a blockage, or having it create havoc within them, because they are not open and accepting to what is provided and what is needed. And that is where it can become difficult, or that is where you can find that there is difficulty within becoming one in who and what you are. So as you look at that space, as you look at your body and where it is, how it can connect and how it can be one, it is by bringing that soul in, realigning yourself, feeling where it is you're meant to be, and then allowing yourself to go forward. Finding that reconnection, and partly on the energetic grid, as each living being is part of the energetic grid, and it spans the entire universe. It's what part of the grid do you tap into? Do you tap into the lower level part of the grid? Or do you bypass that and go up? How do you allow yourself to know and understand that there is more coming to you? that there is more there for you than what meets the eye. That is where the connection and the openness will allow for each and every one to have that ability to grow and flourish. And the body will come with it when you are open to the downloads. Now, if all are agreeable, we would like to allow each of you to sit in the energy of the fifth dimensional downloads that are coming, but only if each being is comfortable. If you are not, it is okay to say no. But we feel like this would be beneficial. So I ask, are you okay with it?
Yes.
And you? And you?
Yes.
So have an understanding now that as you are grounded to the earth, you feel the energy come down above you. You feel the yellow light, the light of brightness, the energy that may feel heavy and dense, but that is because of the shifting that the body is needing right now. But as it brings you up, it allows you to go, and it allows you to feel lighter. Understand that the shifts that you feel and the changes within the body, within the hands and the feet and the extremities, allow it to flow through you into the earth. Do not try to block it. Do not try to stop it. For when you feel this lightness, you know you have made the connection and allowed it to go. For it as this space, as the energy is within this space, it is allowing each of you to find that reconnection. It is a download of the reprogramming that you may choose to keep, or you may choose to revert back. We want that to be understood as well. Nothing we provide has to be taken. It is up to you to decide if you want it or not. But as you feel that coming in, you are realigning yourself into that 5D level, into that knowingness, that consciousness, and that centeredness of being. This is the energy in the space that you will look for when you want to go into that dimension. This is how you will reconnect and how you will recenter with who and what you are. For it is important to know and understand that there is so much more possible. Do each of you feel the differences?
Yes.
So what questions do you have for us as you are in this space right now? Open your mind. They are there. No questions at this time on the energy. Okay. Know and understand that as you accept this, it is reshifting. It is readjusting. As she is readjusting as well. And you may see partly that readjustment right now in the physicality of what is going on. This is what you look for. This is where you get to. This is how you have a better understanding of where you are, how you are growing as a being, and the opening that is coming. The opening of the mind, the opening of the reconnection. For then you will know and understand that there is more than what meets the eye. So this is the topics that we've had for you overall today. And we feel like there has been a lot. But what questions do you have on this or other topics that we may cover for you today? by anyone else? Well, with that for now, we leave this with you to accept or to leave the energy, the placement, the realignment and the readjustment of the body to allow you to grow and reconnect at any time. And with that, we leave you with an ending. So I think the big thing with this today is really we can reach that fifth dimension. We have the ability to get there. It's all in our mindset and our shifting. Like we talked about in class earlier today too, we talked about intuition and where is it at and how do we tap in. But if we just adjust into that fourth or fifth dimensional mindset, we're already there. Because intuition is very three-dimensional. It's what we need, but if we shift up. And when you're in that consciousness and when you're in that concept, you're there. Your conscious mind, your unconscious mind, you work within that higher dimensional space. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, in other words, we have the power to do it pretty much whenever we want.
Yeah.
We just have to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's in that fifth, or even the higher dimension of saying, here's where you want to go.
yeah.
And I think the issue we have a lot of times, what they're telling me is that we get into Earth and we get sucked into all of this lower vibrational stuff. And not that they want to make sure you understand lower vibrational isn't necessarily bad, but it's just denser and it shifts your mindset. So if you can stay within that fifth dimensional space, or even the fourth, which is hard for us to get there sometimes too, you can go through addictions, you can go through all of these soul's challenges, and you still learn from them and you still gain from them. They're just not as dense. They're just not weighing you down as much.